Today I'm going to talk about Teichmann International IT Solutions, a one-stop shop for cybersecurity. As we know, there are two types of successful businesses, those with the best people and those with an unfair competitive advantage. What does that mean in our case? Well, cybersecurity is obviously a growing market. We have a great team. 6 of us have met at the University of Oxford. 3 of us have also graduated from Harvard. And we have an unfair competitive advantage, namely we're able to combine both legal and technical expertise. How is that relevant? Well, lots of cybersecurity firms are not able to sufficiently cover legal aspects. Law firms are often unable to sufficiently cover technical aspects. However, cybersecurity challenges usually encompass both legal and technical challenges, as well as other ones, such as communications and crisis management. Let's look at an example. Think about a ransomware attack. The first question you might want to ask yourself is, do we have a backup? That's a very technical question. The next question you ask yourself is, are we able to restore our systems? Again, a very technical question. However, imagine the criminals were smart enough to steal your data and are now threatening to publish it on the darknet. So you may actually end up considering to pay a ransom. The question that arises is, are we allowed to pay a ransom? You might end up financing terrorism or a criminal organization. And that's a legal question, right? If you determine that you're allowed to pay a ransom, the question becomes, how do we pay in a compliant manner? If you're the CEO of a publicly traded company, you will most likely not use your own money for paying that ransom. At the same time, you also don't want to be accused of embezzlement. So making that payment in a compliant manner is crucial. And that's once again a legal issue. The next question that arises is, how do we communicate? Do we tell people that their data has been compromised? That's a communications issue. Yet another question that arises is, how do we communicate? Do we tell people that their data has been compromised? That's a communications issue. And how do we run the business until we are able to restore our systems? That's a crisis management issue. And what we do at Teichmann International IT Solutions, we offer a 360-degree approach towards cybersecurity, covering both legal and technical aspects, as well as communications and crisis management. How are we able to do that? Well, Teichmann International IT Solutions, TIIT, is a new entity which was founded in 2023. However, it is embedded in the TI ecosystem and can hence rely upon an existing network of Teichmann International companies. For legal services, for example, can rely upon Teichmann International Switzerland Limited, a fast-growing Swiss law firm. For crisis management, can rely upon Teichmann International Liechtenstein Limited, a Liechtenstein-based consulting firm. And for communications, it can rely upon Teichmann International DMCC, a Dubai-based consulting firm. Teichmann International IT Solutions is a platform business. We purchase legal, communications and crisis management services from other Teichmann International companies. And then we purchase technical services from a large variety of vendors to make sure that we are always able to offer the best possible solutions. Now you might ask yourselves, why don't we just hire 200 cybersecurity experts and also provide those services internally? The answer to that question is, even if we hire 200 cybersecurity experts, those would not be the best in every possible field, right? So what we do instead is we go out, we vet hundreds and thousands of suppliers to determine which one is the most suitable supplier for a specific task. And then we manage that relationship on behalf of our clients. We combine services and sell them as package deals in an effort to become the go-to firm for cybersecurity solutions in our target markets. Now, I will give you an example of how that creates value. A mid-sized firm with 1,000 employees trying to cover its cybersecurity needs might end up with 10 to 15 suppliers for services ranging from legal analysis to penetration testing, to then closing the gaps and weaknesses discovered during penetration tests. What we do is we purchase services from 10 to 15 suppliers and sell them as a package deal to the client. So the client only has to call one number and manage one relationship, whereas we take care of the rest. Now, who are we? Who is our board of directors? We have a Lisa with a very strong background in operations, sustainability, and international development. We have a Mal, who is a professor of medicine and runs a department at a major hospital. We have Smiti, who is an expert in engineering and project management. We have Joe with a strong background in entrepreneurship, M&A, and private equity. And myself with a background in IT, law, economics, psychology, and criminology. Now you might ask, how is that relevant? Why do we need someone with a background in psychology and criminology for our cybersecurity concerns? Well, imagine you're negotiating with a ransomware attacker about their ransom. Having someone who is trained in psychology and criminology might be a good person to lead those negotiations for you. Similarly, when implementing major IT projects, having someone who has experience in leading billion-dollar projects as a project manager comes in handy. Now you can ask, why do you need a professor of medicine? Well, cybersecurity is a major concern in the healthcare sector, and who would be more suitable for understanding those challenges than someone who has been running a department at a hospital for many years? Where do we currently stand? Teichmann International IT Solutions Limited was fully audited from day one. We were also profitable from year one. Obviously, we benefit from being embedded into an existing network of companies with 4 offices in Switzerland from day one, by being able to rely upon the law firm's infrastructure with access to secretary services at the law firm and manage to keep overhead costs reasonably low. How do we market our services? Well, we obviously believe in online marketing, search engine optimization, search engine ads, social media marketing. However, we also believe in publishing articles in leading cybersecurity journals and in making speeches at conferences and accepting positions as lecturers. However, we don't just onboard any client. Namely, we have created a partnership with WorldCheck. We scan both clients and vendors to make sure that we have the right people on both sides. As any company, we also face challenges. Finding reliable suppliers for technical tasks, making sure our data is secure with them, has always been a challenge. Similarly, project management upon short notice can be challenging. I often receive calls during weekends and clients need a solution by Monday morning. Most businesses are closed during weekends. We're available 24/7. Where do we currently stand? We've recently onboarded an excellent Chief Technology Officer and founded an entity in Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you very much.